from later, they still making money off the masters.
Making money off
And while the artist is broke,
off the songs and stuff.
but they got the masters. We'll give you a few $1,000,000 up front. You gonna blow it because you don't know how to do anything. But you gonna buy some cars, some jewelry, and we're gonna keep the masters.
Satan will come. Satan will come. You sell your soul. Satan will come collect. And, his memory's not faulty.
The only one that did different was Ray Charles.
James Brown, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the famous artists, Michael Jackson, they had to kill him because he don't miss.
Well, Ray Charles owned his too.
Yeah, but they got them by the drugs, man. They killed them, man.
They own
them. Yep.
Or the little boys.
The doctor took Michael Jackson out, man.
You got that instrument, always have that instrument. You always have Ahab or Jezebel in the midst for Satan to use. That's why you have to watch and be prayed. If you prayed up and if you know the law, if you know the law and deep into the word, you can see the things like that. Nabal saw that. He saw that coming. He said, "Nuh-uh." He said, "I know the law. I know Leviticus. I know the Torah." He said, As a matter of fact, in a certain amount of years, this land gonna be mine, regardless of I owe you money or not. That's why you can't have it. My riches gonna overtop your riches, and that's why Yahushua did the same thing when Satan tried to tempt him. Matthew, let's go to Matthew chapter 3, verse 17 first. And it said, "Lo, a voice from heaven saying, This is my beloved Son, whom I am well pleased." Yes. Now, a voice from heaven said that loud and proud, everybody here. Satan heard that too. He said, "This is my beloved Son." Right there, y'all was announcing that this is my beloved, only begotten Son, my firstborn. And that's when Satan's eyes popped up and said, "I got to go get this dude and get his birthright for him." And then, because we're right into chapter 4, and then Yahushua led up to the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, "If thou be the Son of Yah, command that these stones be made bread." For he answered and said, "It's written, a man shall not live by bread alone, but every word and mouth that proceeded out of the mouth of Yah." So here we go. Satan got whiff that Yahushua, he survived. The first children, 2 years and under. Now he's getting ready to get ordained with from heaven, from Yah, and he's going into the wilderness. And now he said, "I gotta take his birthright," because he know that his seed is going to be crushed by Yahushua. So again, at his weakest point, Satan will try to do it. He tried for this, for that. He tried first with the bread, turned his rocks into bread, to the stone into bread. But he said no. That's why Yahushua said no, because Yahushua knew that of his inheritance. He knew that if he finished his tasking, if he finished his mission, he finished his works for Yah, that he's going to get everything. He's going to get the inheritance. He's going to get the world. He's going to get the heavens. He can get all power will be in his hand. And he knew that. So that's why he didn't despise his birthright, and he didn't want to give up his inheritance. He didn't give up his birthright and for the things of this world. The only thing that Satan can give you is things of this world, because he is the king and the God of this world. The second temptation, he tried to, he said, take him up to the high mountain, verse 8, show up all the kings of the world and glorify them. And he said unto him, "All these things I will give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship." Going back to the things of the day, like Minister Fabian is saying, if you go ahead, I'll give you Grammys, I'll give you awards, I'll give you Cadillacs, I'll give you houses. If you worship me, and I'll give you all these things, and you will worship me. And most of them did. They gave up their birthright right then and there. You sign your paper on this contract right here. On this, don't worry about that fine print. It says quid pro quo. Don't worry about that. That means nothing like that. And they sign a name, but then it'll be too late, because you owe Satan so much, you won't get it back when it's time to come and collect. And then what he wants. Satan he wants property. He wants souls, but he wants property. He wants land as well as an inheritance. So if he can't get you, then you can sell your children as well. He said, "I'll take your children." So what happens in the music industry? You got your son doing the same thing. You got your daughter doing the same thing you're doing. It becomes a family business. Mom is the manager, and you got your son, your daughter, the backup dancers, and you got your uncle being your agent and things like that. So now you got property. You got your whole family. Your whole birthright started in the bridge. You got your whole family just like that in the blink of an eye. Yes. And he's smiling about it. But Yahushua knew different. He said, "Get thee hence." He said, verse 10, then Yahushua said unto him, "Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written that thou shalt worship thy Yah, thy Elohim, and him only that y'all shall serve. So again, he said, I'm not serving you because you're going to be serving me at the end. And he knew it. He knew about his birthright from the generations to generations to the generations, because he was the one that made the birthright, and he was the one that was going to get the inheritance. And the thing about Yahushua was he knew that he was going to be the key for the inheritance for us. If he didn't get his inheritance, we weren't going to get ours. Right. And this is the thing that fueled him, that Esau should have did the same thing with that little trickery with porridge. He said, why am I getting that little bowl of porridge? I get all the porridge in a little while. While Dad's gone, in a few days, I'm going to get the porridge. I'm going to get the makers of the porridge. I'm going to own the fields and all that. But he didn't see that, and it was too late for him. Right. Yahushua, his example was, he knew the latter before the now. He knew everything was going to be his in the latter, in the afterworld, in the world after. It was going to be all his, all power. All power is in my hand when he rose up. And that was because he fulfilled his mission. He fulfilled everything that the Father, Abba, Yah, had told him to do. And he gave him glory. He gave him reference by making him king over everything. That's why we call him King Yahushua. Esau lost his birthright because he chose the temporary thing and then not the permanent thing. Remember, the beginning of the sermon, I said the blessings and inheritance is something that comes afterwards at a later time. But he wanted his microwave love now. And it reminds me of the prodigal son. It's the same thing. We know the story about the prodigal son. The father gave his inheritance. He offered it to both his sons. He said, but they had a choice. You can get it now or you can get it later. The son wanted his now. So it's the same thing with us today in the world. We want our love. We want it now. Give our portion of our inheritance. And then we run off and squander it and everything like that. And that's what we do. We take our inheritance and the blessings of y'all that are given today. We get our inheritance today because he blessed us up. He said he's going to bless us. He's going to bless the children of Abraham. He's going to bless us. Every morning is a blessing. The job we got is a blessing. Cars are a blessing. But that's like little manna that we get from y'all. Until we cross over to the promised land, that's when we get the full blessing. The promised land to us is heaven. The little manna, the quail that we get from him is good. But the children of Israel, they didn't want that either. They wanted to go back to Egypt and give up their birthright and be slaves again. But we stopped that, God said, stop that. I do away with these people. Start anew. And that's what he did. And then the children have more respect for the blessings if they see what happened to the prior people. So the children will should have more respect for the inheritance because of what we had to go through to get it for them. Like my bishop was saying, my family, if we learn how hard it is to get where we at, because our grandmothers and grandfathers had to be in a field picking cotton and walking with no shoes, school books with one book and things like that, but they still had a strong faith in y'all, and then pass it on to us, and they say, now you got it better than us, what are you going to do with it? Yes. Said, don't let it fall, don't fail us. And then that's what Abraham was saying with Isaac and Esau, you failed us. And y'all said, you children, you failed me, you despised me because you are my offspring, you are my ambassadors, you are my children, I'm supposed to make you proud, but you failed me when you say you don't want it. You don't want my blessing. You don't want the very thing that's going to save you. I'll give you my best, and you don't want it, I'll give it to somebody else. Yeah. And that's what he's telling the children today. When we go out there and speak the word, and we give the plan of salvation, tell them about how y'all Father and gave his only begotten Son, Yahushua, to die on the cross for our sins, and they say that's okay. That's why Yahushua said, wipe your feet. And sorrowful is the day to come to them in Sodom and Gomorrah. So if they don't want it, that means you don't know what you're giving up. You're giving up your birthright to become a king, become a child of the Most High, your sonship, to become a heir of these things, because they know. They've been to Bible school before, they've been to Sunday school, but they choose the things that they see in this world. Like Esau, he wanted that porridge, that pottage. It was good and tasty because it looks good now. But like the pottage though, after Esau finished eating it, he got up and went on his way. What else he had left? He didn't have nothing left of that. So you gave Jacob the whole world. The end is your birthright is your blessing. And first being that being born on your earth is the blessing. It's the start of your inheritance. The second is to be born again. A couple of weeks ago I did a sermon on being born again. And that's how you attain your birthright. You got to be born again of water and spirit. And once you have that, then you are in. Then you begin your birthright, and then you are under the sonship and the hair of the Most High Yah. And that's my sermon. No birthright, no blessing. May y'all have A blessing to His word.
Wow. Larry.
Yeah.
Say he said when you call on our line,
Right.
you can call him what you want, but you'll still go to heaven. You'll still be saved. But his name is not Allah, his name is Yahusha.
There you go.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So how can they call this the
Talking about the Arabs.
Arab.
Yeah, the
It's the
Arabs.
Israelites.
Yeah,
Call
they
them
don't
all.
worship Yah. They worship the devil.
I know. No, they call it Allah though.
Nah, they worship. We don't worship the same one. I know what you mean.
Yeah, but like I said, before that name, it was they just changed the name to Allah. There was another name before they said
I
Allah.
don't know what the other name was.
Yeah.
That was before my time.
Yeah.
But again,
They just use it as the God, the power.
yeah,
But we talking about two different powers.
but I like that. We're talking about the two families. But like I said, y'all just dealing about when it become faint, that's when Satan comes in and try to deceive you, and try to get you to turn or jump real quick. But like I said before, your blessings come. I like all that analogies that came forth and examples that came forth today, especially both with the vineyard. He stood strong on that, man. He went, and like I said, he went to the king, toe to toe. A lot of people, if the president or some high official or your supervisor or something like that, you'll humble and get scared and shake and start running with a tail between your legs because you're scared you might lose your job. You're scared somebody might tell you, especially the presidency, man. You're scared the FBI might take you away or something like that. But the both, man, he stood strong to the king, the anointed one. Every king was an anointed from Yah, even though he was not fallen in Yah. After King David, man, the anointing of King Saul, King David, the kings, man, there was a representative of Yahuwah. So, like I said, he knew, like I said, the laws of Yahuwah, and like I said, he holded his ground even though he had to die. But like I said, it was revenge anyway, for his blood. It's taken away, and like how he said about King David, you know what I'm saying? He rushed on his, messed up. I like how Jacob and Esau, if Jacob would stand up, but Jacob already married two Hittite women anyway, man. Esau already married two Hittite women already, so he was already fell off the bandwagon anyway. And like I said, his mother and father was displeased with him anyway. But they couldn't change. Isaac couldn't do anything about it. He had to wait on Yah, but Rebecca, she jumped and did what she had to do, not knowing better, she already wanted to put her hands on it, just like, one of the authors of things thought it was right, but which was wrong, even though she thought it was right, but it was wrong anyway. But again, I like the sermon today, and I like the sermon yesterday. I like all the sermons anyway with Yahuwah across the table, but like I said, one thing hit my spirit today. When you become weak and feeble, that's when Satan comes in and he want to rush things, knowing that your promise is right there. And like that, you look at Job and look at all the time when somebody was weak and, they're about to fall off, and if they held on, Yahuwah blessed them. If not, they took some cheesy way out and they had to pay for it.
No usury and fair exchange.
He know the game, man.
We got a legal binding contract.
We got a contract. He know the game, man. Everything on the earth right now is his, man. It's a contract. He knows what he can do and can't do. The only thing he can't do is our soul.
And you can't steal. That's your only argument. If they steal it from you, you got an argument.
That's right. If you catch him, he got to pay 7 times back. That's the point is you got to catch him. By the time he hard-tailed and ran already, about a month or 2 months till you figured it out.
But y'all still gonna honor that they stole it.
Yeah, he gonna honor that, but he don't got you for 2 months already, 3 months, man. You already done baggage, way down, sin, crying, don't know what's going on. Then you don't start sticking y'all. Y'all showed you that, oh man, he don't got me back 3 months now. 3 months is gone, man. That's a season, man. But hang in there. Hallelujah.
But if you sell it, you just out of luck.
There you go. Don't sell your stuff. And a lot of that's what we're doing today. We're selling our birthright. You know what I'm saying? We're exchanging our great pearl, the heavenly pearl that y'all given, for some trash of Satan. And that's what we do, you know. So, again, don't sell your birthright. You know, and another thing, don't take the mark of the beast. Don't take the mark. All right? You definitely won't get in the kingdom if you take the mark. All right? Again, say salutations again to all the churches in Burundi, but Jabora, Burundi, and all the churches in Burundi. Your bishop here says salutation to Pastor Desiree, bishop over there. My bishop is taking care of all the churches over there. To Pastor John Cloud, to Pastor Jonathan, to my other pastors, Israel, Pastor Javid, Pastor Abraham, Pastor Albert. And I say salutations to you in Yahushua's name. All the pastors in India. Bishop Kadori, Pastor Jacob, Pastor Cabela, Pastor Colston. I say salutations to you and to all everybody in TV land. Bishop says salutations again. The door is open like my brother was talking about again. You must be born again of the water and the spirit. If you want the inheritance of Yahuwah, the inheritance of Abraham, yes, we are the children right now. We are the children. But still, you ain't getting no inheritance now. Yahushua said you have to be born again of the water and the spirit. They're talking about the kingdom now. Yes, that covenant, yes, you get all that little stuff for Abraham, that little stuff, but we want the big stuff now. Y'all say we want the inheritance, the joint inheritance of Yeshua. Joint inheritance of Yeshua. His gift. He don't promise us, but you must be born again of the water and spirit. You must get that. You know what I'm saying? All right? And like I said, if you got any questions, call me. You want to be baptized, you must be baptized in the name of Yeshua for remission of sins. So if you got any problems with that, you don't understand, please call me. I gave you the numbers, 910-388-5295, 910-381-3056. Call me, and we discuss about salvation. May I bless everybody in the house and in the TV land. May Yahuwah bless thee and keep thee. May Yahuwah make your face shine upon the great to you. May Yahuwah lift this country upon you, give you peace in Yahushua's name. May Yahuwah make it right on the high place of earth and feed the heritage of Yaakov, which is the heritage of Yosakov, which is the heritage of Abraham. For the mouth of Yah has spoken it, for the mouth of Yah has spoken in Yahushua's name. Amen. Get the video for me, please. And we got communion today. Thank you. I want the Lord's Supper. I want to take part of this.